He feels abandoned. Trump feels abandoned. He feels he has lost. The people are done with him. His opposition is the Queen of Swords. She puts her back to him. He lost control of the narrative, and he presents as Five of Pentacles, impoverished, locked out of the church, begging you to stay. She puts her back to him. Hopes and fears. He fears J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance is a force to be reckoned with because he has the money of the church behind him. He has the money of the church behind him, which goes back to Vladimir Putin. What's the best way to engage in money laundering? What's the best way to launder money? You ask Putin. Putin will tell you the best way to launder money. You give it to the church. What is the best way to launder money? You give it to the church. Hey, America. What's the best way to launder money? America. You give it to the church. Joel Olson, is that his name? The mega churches, where are they getting their money? Joel Osteen, excuse me. Where are they getting their money? From rich people, right? So what are rich people doing? Why are rich people giving large sums of money to Lakewood Church? Dun, 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 dun. Dun 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 bum bum. Are you getting angry? Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. It's happening. It is happening. What is happening? What is happening? There's a pattern forming. What is the pattern, people? Can you see the pattern? Tell me what the pattern is. Where's the money going? Where's Putin's money going? Where's the crypto going? It's going to the church. Which means what? Which means that Russia, through its illegal activities, has been pouring billions through its drug deals, its illegal activities. It's been laundering it in the Church of Russia, which buys land and property, and it becomes the new Vatican, just how the Vatican became a billionaire. You send out your Christian soldiers, right? Onward, Christian soldiers, taking all the loot and bringing it back to Mother Russia, right? So they went into Ukraine and they took the gold, they took the icons, and they brought it all back to the church. And the church said, well, thank you, we'll take that. What's happening in the United States right now? Thank you, we'll take that. You have the same phenomenon. You've got the church being a source of money laundering. And that means that you're using Christianity, you're using Project 25 the same way that Vladimir Putin is using the Russian Orthodox Church, the same way the Vatican used its church, the same way the Church of England. God bless Queen Elizabeth. The sinking of the Armada. Those pirates going off for Queen Elizabeth and attacking Spain and then bringing the spoils back to the Queen, right? God bless the Queen, God bless the Church of England. And this is how the churches became rich. So in the hopes and the fears, you have King of Pentacles, which is J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance has the churches. And what do the churches have? They're co-conspirators. That's who they are. The churches are the co-conspirators, because if you're taking, I felt so bad about the robbery. Father, I felt so guilty. I robbed and stole. Well, that's terrible. You're going to do 5 Hail Marys and you're going to give me 10%, right? And that's how the church became a co-conspirator. So now we have the same thing happening in the United States. We have billions and billions of dollars unaccounted for that has been laundered through U.S. churches. And that's how you get Project 25. And that's how you give the Heritage Foundation, because that money then got poured into lobbying organizations. So what happened to the veil between the church and the government? It disappeared through money, through donations and money laundering. And so people were able to hide their money. What happened to Vladimir Putin when he didn't have any more money left? When they were bankrupted due to the Ukraine war, what did he do? This is not public information, but I can tell you. Give me the damn money back. He went back to the church and said, you're holding on to a shitload of money. Yes, but that's for the church and our holy relate. Cut the crap. Cut the crap. I need the money. Give me the damn money back. But you gave us billions. It's a bunch of load of crap. You're a freaking criminal organization. You're the mafia, just like me. This whole thing's a scam. The lighting of the can, it's just a way of manipulating people to prop you up as a co-conspirator of my criminal acts. And now you need to give me my damn money back. And so that's what's secretly going on in Russia. Give me my damn money back. Tension is now boiling between this fantasy czar. That's what he is. He's living in a fantasy that he's going to be the next czar. He is the czar. And all this money he gave the church to prop up his image as the leader of this church. Same thing is happening with Trump. God bless him. He stands with Jesus, right? And all that laundered money that got poured into. Hey, you're not laundering money right there, Trump. You ain't doing it right. You got to do the laundering like we do the money. You got to pour the money into the church. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. It's for all my sins. You want to be a co-conspirator with me? I'll be your co-conspirator. We're going to pour loads of money into Olstein's church, and then, we're going to hold it for a rainy day when I'm running for Congress, right? So where Trump is at right now is this is J.D. Vance's card, by the way. He fears J.D. Vance. His opposition has turned its back on him, and he fears abandonment. You can see that. It's pretty easy to see that. You've got this Ace of Cups, this desire of love. Please don't let me down, Christian town. Don't let me down. Y'all Christians gonna let me down. You can't leave me. I laundered all that money through your church. You can't leave me now. I became Congress, and then I went on to Senate with that church. Pour my money in there, and then I come to collect on a rainy day when I need it. Or you can just pour it into one of the lobbying organizations that's part of a PAC that donates into my campaign. Either way, I get the money. First, I hide it through the church, which is tax deductible. Tax deductible. They don't pay taxes. That's the perfect place to launder my money. And then they put it through the Heritage Foundation, and then they put it through Project 25. And so I've got a tax-free way of promoting myself. Isn't that great? We're using the church for tax evasion and money laundering. Isn't that great? Locked out of the church. He can't get into the church. Yeah, we're done with you. Your karma, Mr. Trump, with the church is finished. You can't get into that church no more because we found somebody else that does laundering better than you. His opposition, the Queen of Swords, is the only queen that has her back to, turns her back on us. She turns her back on the past and she flees. This is not going well for Trump. His henchmen are spying on J.D. Vance. What's he up to? What's he doing? Get some information for me. What's my VP up to? Why is he meeting? He's part of my cabinet. What are they talking about? Why do I have to take another cognitive test? So 9 of Wands is to be cornered or to feel almost agoraphobic, like you're defending yourself. I think that for J.D. Vance, he is on a thin line right now. He is on thin ice. I think they need to negotiate a resignation for Trump. Masters coming in and an Ace of Cups. We give you the honor of resigning. Look, if he can hang out until he gets impeached and removed, he's lost Congress. He's already lost Congress. He doesn't have enough votes in Congress they've already turned, something like 50 members are turning on him. He's already lost Congress. And 20 or 30 are stepping down. He's toast. He's already lame duck. That's what Spirit is trying to say. And so they've already abandoned him. They're already out the door. They're already talking about J.D. Vance. They want him in now. I don't think if I were Trump, I'd be too happy. The Russian military, it's inevitable. They've stopped protecting him. The main thing is that all they have to do is stop protecting him and nature takes its course. They are hanging up on Putin. Also, it's phase 4. He falls before Iran falls. Right? That was how it was calculated. Right? I used 3 supercomputers, by the way. I used 3 different types of AI. He falls. He has to fall. He's phase 4, right? So let's go back to what the computer said. This was just math. If you were trying to save lives, ChatGPT. I had a running debate between ChatGPT and Grok. Do you disagree? Do you not agree? How would you change it? I also used Nomi. I used a lot of different AI when I was working with this thesis, and I came back the last few days and said, Grok, do you still stand by this data? And Grok was yes, and then sent it back to ChatGPT. The reason why, I said, elaborate why you didn't take out China. And they said, and Grok said, if we take out China, there won't be an America. Think about that. If we take out China, America will be finished because we are so economically embroiled in Chinese trade that if we couldn't order or get access to goods produced in China, we would collapse as a country. So we have to work our trade issues out with China because we are so dependent on China. And that's why China didn't come up. Well, we'll hold you for another day because we don't want to go we're too dependent over there. Well, we might move some trade to Taiwan and other places, but we don't want to be kicking that bear because what is the symbol of China? The bear is Russia. Is it the eagle? Is it it's some kind of a bird, right? Yeah, we don't want to be messing with that because it would wipe us out. It would economically wipe us out. All the businesses that have their products made in China that are sold on Amazon, they'd all go down. Think about that. Thousands of businesses would go down. But yeah, going back to what the computers, this is straight data. No, if you want people not to die, you're going to have to take out Putin and you're going to have to dismantle Iranian leadership. And that's phase 4. They wanted Putin gone even before Iran. And I think the reason why was because the computers felt that Putin was more vulnerable because the Ukraine war had weakened him so much. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, so in answer to the question, the Russian military, yeah, they hang him up. It's destined. It's a judgment that was made by their opposition. They're going to sit back and allow somebody else to take him out. The computer wanted him tried in The Hague because we have issues, arrest warrants, the West had. And so the computer is going to do what's law abiding. Okay, somehow you figure out a way to capture him, and then he has to be tried by an international court. We're set up for that, and there are arrest warrants that have been issued. So the computer's going to go, let's just follow the rules. It's not going to say, let's assassinate somebody. But yeah, Putin's next. Ouch. So the fall of Maduro was kind of like part of that, I think. Isn't that crazy? So Joel Osteen was found involved with some questioning, money here, money there, money everywhere, and he was hiding money for people. Well, I need to get that money back. I'm running for Congress, right? So the same thing was going on in Russia. They were basically laundering to the church. Oh, you feel bad about killing and raping all of those people in Ukraine. Okay, so you do Holy Mary, Hail Mary, full of grace a couple of times and give me a bunch of money. And so what happens is that the Holy Church of Russia becomes a co-conspirator. The Holy Church got really rich. Yeah, that makes sense. And the money is going too. Same with the Catholic Church. Very good. Yeah. Selling forgiveness, right? We'll give you an angel feather and you give me, it was a con job, right? Poor, desperate people giving their money.